Welcome back to the TQA colt starting series. Today we'll be going over phase 2. I am honored to be working with Ringo, or RunsWithScissors, throughout these videos. He is a horse that I am taking my industry colt starting test on, and he is just a peach. I can't say enough good things about him. Right now we are saddling and bridling. When I got into phase 2, I didn't do groundwork before I saddled or bridled. I just tied him up and just threw the saddle on. If you do have any questions about groundwork, I did make a groundwork in phase 1 video in which I go more in depth on groundwork. However, for the sake of time and efficiency for uploading this on YouTube, if you do have any questions or need to look back, you can always go to my page.
Like a bronchi cayuse that never had no use. I'm desperately fine.
Next up on the task completion foundation side of the score sheet is horizontal direction in stage 1 on the ground, in and away from you. The biggest part about this is when you're asking for just horizontal direction, which is when you take the slack out of the rein, the horse puts the slack back in the rein with suppleness through its poll and loin, that they don't move their feet until you ask them to. So sometimes he does move back a little bit, and I just stay with him until he stops, and then I give him relief, and then I start it over again. Then we have untracking on their sides, and I just put stand to get on this as well.
I was hoping he'd be there at home, but instead I just watched the long road. But I'm glad he can be with.
So then we'll have doubling at a walk, trot, and lope. I kind of went over doubling in the groundwork in phase 1 video, but it's basically sliding your hand down and taking your leg back, and it's like an emergency stop or a one-range stop. His front inside should stop, and his hindquarters should swing around. It's basically stage 1, but at faster gaits.
Through rough rivers churning, he left with no warning. 'Cause they're hard-running critters and wild-eyed quitters, kicking up all they can find. That foolhardy man.
Then we have stage 2, which is the horse pulling itself in a reverse motion with its hindquarters. I thought at the time it needed to be standing, walking, and trotting. That's actually for phase 3, but this is the video I had for stage 2 in phase 2. So then we have loping in a straight line outside. He wasn't very good at this one at first, but after a while, when we get our magnets figured out, he lines out pretty well. Then we have stage 3 with willing submission on the fence. Stage 3 is like a 2-track or a side pass. There should be no counter arcing. That's one thing I struggle with a lot. So I hope that I don't pass that down to him. But stage 3 is the front feet and hind feet moving together in a lateral motion. So in the very first time we do it on the fence just to make it easier. And lastly, we have horizontal direction, walking, and slow trot. There are 8 signs of horizontal direction, 4 in the poll and 4 in the loin. The 4 in the poll are the nose is directly underneath the eye, ears are forward, there's no white in the eye, there's a break in the poll. And the 4 in the loin are the outside hind steps out while the inside hind steps up underneath the navel, taking that outside front track. The horse creates a C around the rider's leg. It's a perfect circle. And lastly, the feet follow the path of the nose. So wherever their nose is where their body should be following.